My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Rhapsody estate thereof. Now, if we go to Embark, you'll notice that not only do I not have a pre-selected party, I also don't have a pre-selected mission. Now, this is because there's a couple things that we need to talk about at the start of this episode in terms of the long-term health of this estate. So, I would have been in my other Darkest Dungeon series. I just checked. I believe that at this point, that is to say 52 weeks in, yep, at this point in the last Darkest Dungeon series, the Crimson Court series, I was just killing the Fulminating Prophet, which I did about 5-10 episodes ago in this series. We're fine in terms of duration. The 100-week limit for Blood Moon is extraordinarily non-restrictive. The only thing that is really going to possibly be a problem is amount of deaths. Now, if I play carefully, you can see that I've had 6 deaths in 52 weeks. I've got 100 weeks. Sure, it gets harder at the end, but it also is extraordinarily hard at the start when you're starting in Blood Moon, which is part of the reason that we lost 1 on week 3, 2 on week 10, 1 on week 23. So we're probably going to see a couple more deaths. This is the only thing we need to keep our eye on. I don't think it is going to be a problem. I think this estate is pretty much, I'm going to give it like a 95% chance to win the campaign, which isn't that bad. I'd bet on those odds. Secondly, we have 2 Plague Doctors, both of which are dope as hell. We've got quick reflexes on the Apprentice Plague Doctor Pierce, and Bovin has Hot to Trot, which means that their accuracy, damage, and crit on the first round is higher. In particular, that's important because if you crit with a DOT, it extends the duration of it by 2 turns, which is insane when you're using a Plague Grenade against the backline. That's another 20 damage, especially when you're running a lockdown strat or like a bellow strat, you know, things that eventually, like, that leave the fight going for a while and allow the DOT time to work. That's perfect. But they're both in the lower levels, and I have no, like, dedicated healer in their level group that can level them up. That's a problem. Second problem. In our mid-tier, that is to say our veteran tier with level 4s and level 3s, we have exactly 1 healer who is entirely out of commission at the moment. She is way too stressed. Spotted Fever I could take her out with. It's fine, it's not too bad, but she is way too stressed to go out on a mission at the moment, so I can't do a mid-level mission. I don't want to do any higher level missions until I've finally upgraded my blacksmith these levels, as well as my guild final level here. I don't really care about training regimen. Sure, take it or leave it, but the final level of the instructor mastery in the guild, I want to get all of those so that I can give my characters the absolute best chance they possibly have in any dungeon they go into. After that, after we get, you know, just a normal party of level 6 heroes, I'll take on We Are the Flame, and it will be really, really quick from then on. Like in the previous series, the Crimson Court series, I did We Are the Flame, I did an intermediary mission, and then I did the other 3 Darkest Dungeon missions in a row. I just set them up and knock them down. This estate is in good shape, effectively is what I'm trying to say here. Now, the other thing that we need to worry about is what are we going to do about the kind of gridlock that we have in our lower levels? We need a low-level healer. We also need this party. What do we need for these guys? Bashar, Dismas, Mortimer, Benel, Tyrell. Okay, so we have second liners, we have front liners, we have a healer, we have a stress healer. So we need another stress healer in these levels. So we want like a low-level Jester leveling up, or we want Conta leveling up, right? So I think it's possible that I end up in this episode running the party that I was talking about at the very end of the last episode, which would be Conta in the second row, Laws in the front row. And Laws is effectively going to be my primary healer. So that also means that Laws is incredibly unlikely to be using the punishment hood because the negative healing skills is not good. Unfortunately, we have nothing else that can increase his bleed skill chance. So there's a little bit of a problem. Just a wee bit of a problem. If we were doing this, we would be going to this mission in the Warrens so that we can get the Rampart Shield, so that when we get a Man-at-Arms, we can try and power level them, especially if we get a level 3 Man-at-Arms. That'll be extraordinarily helpful. That's another thing that I wanted to mention. Our kind of composition with respect to heroes and our roster isn't as good as it was in the last campaign. We have fewer Houndmasters, and Houndmasters have been nerfed. We have fewer Occultists, and Occultists haven't been nerfed, but since the Vestal has been made more powerful at group healing and more consistent at her single target and group healings, in fact, it's really difficult to argue for an Occultist as a single healer over a Vestal. It's just really, really difficult to make that argument. We have one Hellion, which is fine because I only use Hellions in DD3. We have 2 Crusaders, which is fine because I use Crusaders in DD1 and DD4. These are the missions in the Darkest Dungeon. There's 4 different missions in the Darkest Dungeon. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 upgraded Leper, which is fine because I could use that in DD4. I was planning on doing DD4 with Reno and Dismas, just so that I could get the achievement for having Reno and Dismas meet their way at the very end. The final missions are not hard, you just need to be prepared for them. We have 3 Vestals in higher level. This can tell you how commonly we use Vestals. We have 3 Vestals in the higher level. We have 2 Jesters in the higher levels. We have a Jester in the lower levels. We have a Vestal in the lower levels. Like, we really, 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 really overuse those, and as a result, they've kind of over-leveled our party as well. So one of the things that is going to help us is having the ability to free up some space in our stagecoach, in our roster, rather, by sending some people through the Darkest Dungeon. After you send a party through the Darkest Dungeon, they get the Never Again buff, which effectively says to them, you can never go back to the Darkest Dungeon, but you no longer count towards the size of the roster, so we get 4 free slots. And if you go into a dungeon with other characters that aren't fully leveled, you increase the experience they receive for that mission. So these are effectively like the long-term goals of the campaign. I just wanted to lay those out at the very start before we decide what we do. I think we'll go with the Warrens without a dedicated healer. I also think it's quite likely we take either Pass or Bavin. The extra 5% scouting chance probably doesn't mean we take Bavin over Pass. Pass does have remove disease on self and remove disease on a target, which is good because the Warrens are filled with diseases. Pass is also faster, which is going to help Pass try and mitigate a lot of the effect of the backliners in this area. Now, in this area, they are less susceptible to blight. Like, they should have 40 to 50% resist per. But with the Blasphemous Vial, plus 20 on 110, 130, I can almost guarantee, like, I get like a 90 to 80% chance for the Blight to connect. And I think I'm gonna have to roll with that because we also want a secondary healer, and Payas can perform that role with the Battlefield Medicine, which is a heal in 2 different dimensions, right? Curing the bleed and blight, bleed in this area in particular, but there is a little bit of blight in this area. Curing that is effectively a proactive heal, right? You don't just wait for all of the ticks of the DOT to go and then heal up the effect of them. You just negate them outright. This could be good. Using Laws is also a pretty good idea, although I need Laws to take a bunch of damage in order to heal because I don't want to use Reclaim. I don't particularly think Reclaim is powerful for healing. Like, it's a 4 with a self-damage. I might end up having to actually use it in this mission regardless, though. Who's our final member? That's effectively the last question that I want to ask. Who is the final member in this party? Now, I really want to try and get the Antiquarians out, but the thing is, if I lower the offensive capability of this party by taking an Antiquarian who's effectively dead weight, I'm going to make it a lot more difficult for me to get through this dungeon without having a dedicated stress healer and without having a dedicated healer, right? Both of those are not great for me. So I have the possibility to get a stress healer by moving Kaunta back and then getting Ganon in the second line. And then Ganon is another self-healer. Literally everyone in this party has a self-heal. So that's to mitigate the fact that I don't have a dedicated healer. And then I've also got Ganon who has a self-stress reduction as well as the stress heal in AoE from Kaunta. I think this is almost certainly our strongest party. So we'll equip these people correctly. Also, I think most of you are level 2. No, level 2, 2 level 1s and a level 0. All right, fair enough. Now, Laws, you definitely need Punish. You probably need Reign of Sorrows. You definitely need Exsanguinate. I would absolutely love to have your other skill be Suffer, but I think I actually do need to give you Reclaim. So it's Reclaimers heals 3 points for 2 rounds. So it's 6 on a direct target, but it's 12 damage against Laws. That's fine though. Laws wants to be on low HP, so that's a little more acceptable. Ganon, you've already got yours. Kaunta, you've got Hound's Rush, Cry Havoc, Lick Wounds, and Guard Dog. So Hound's Harry is nice occasionally. It's so rarely super good, but because we don't have a dedicated healer in this party, having the ability to guard someone while we try and get heal on them is pretty damn big. So Kaunta is actually going to be taking Guard Dog. It's one of the only times I'm going to be running Guard Dog here, because dodge tanking and things like that don't really exist in the game anymore. Paeus, do you have to level anything up in here? Because you're going to be our backliner, so yeah, that should be your layout. Yeah, that's your layout. The only other possibility is an Emboldening Vapors and double doing that on Kaunta, but at the same rate, if I'm going to be doing that, why would I not just stun instead, right? That's just so much more powerful. Much more efficient in terms of our action economy. Everyone just needs their Quippo. Fun new way I say equipment. Alright, we didn't spend too much money on that. Now, the other things that we need to spend money on are disease removal for Bashard. Spasm the entrails is actually tiny. I really don't care that you have that. Bergette, you are a nothing. You're fine. Okay, go to the penance hall. Is there anyone else that's super stressed out at the moment? Fortier and Derville. Fortier can't go the... Oh. Will only visit the brothel for stress relief and is not allowed to visit the brothel. Are you supposed to not be able to get those alongside one another? That's really unfortunate. So I would have to quirk remove from her before I have the ability to do anything with her. Yeah, it's not happening. I'm also not taking Fortier out until we get level 5 equipment on everything, so I think we're fine on that one as well. Which does mean that I do need to bring home portraits, as well as deeds, as well as crests. Have a quick look at the people here. We already had a look at all of them, and we decided that they were lacking. And I don't want to do any quirk management at the moment. Primarily because I'm saving money for the bank so that I can make bank. All right. 13 minutes into the episode. Look, a lot of you in the last episode said, don't worry about the long openings. It's fine. It's all good. This is what you get when you say that. This is what you get. It's time to go out on the mission. Okay. We should probably take excess food, as well as more medicinal herbs than I usually would take. Now, the primary reason for that is so that I can use it as a secondary source of healing in between battles. I could also consider taking antivenom and bandages, but that's part of what the Plague Doctor is here for, effectively acting as one per round, a antivenom and bandage on a target other than themselves as well as themselves, using the battlefield medicine. All right. Now... it's actually relics first. Whoops. You need Blasphemous Vial. I don't think I have another blight increasing trinket. I would possibly run it if I did. No, I don't. Okay, so I definitely want Ancestor's Map, and you're probably a good target to be holding that. Now, Kaunta, your stress reduction is 3. So if I gave you the Ancestor Scroll, you would only be increased by 1. So it'd be 4 in AoE. That's really small. It's not worth my time. So you're not going to be taking that one. I could go get the Broken Key for Ganon, actually. That is something I could totally do. That is something I'm totally going to do. This is going to be our first Crystalline Trinket. Ooh, another Blight skill chance. All right. Swap it over, and Broken Key, plus 15 accuracy, plus 35% stun skill chance. And that's actually also extremely powerful in this area. Where to go? There it is. Beautiful. That's also going to be extremely powerful in this area due to the fact that the alternate that I would give them would be the Padlock of Transference for plus 20% stun skill chance and plus 20% blight skill chance. But Ganon is extraordinarily unlikely in this dungeon to be using blight because it's just not going to connect. On top of that, we can add the Lock of Fury for 3 extra speed, as well as 10% extra damage. So we get speed, damage, stun skill chance, and accuracy. All of the things that I basically want condensed. That's so good. All right. Laws. Laws is a problem. So, Laws has Phenegnophobia, which is a not good, a very bad. I want you to have extra speed so that you can act over the top of targets and bleed them, and I need you to have extra accuracy. I want you to have extra bleed, but my only bleed increasing trinket will also decrease your healing skills. So that's a little bit of a problem. Kaunta. Now, Kaunta's a little bit of a problem. Also, everyone here is a problem. You need damage accuracy and I guess just more damage. Really here, that's all I should give you. So I can give you Dismas's head. It's also worth noting that the Houndmaster is going to do a lot of damage in this area, courtesy of the fact that Hound's Rush does extra damage versus beasts, and almost everyone in the Warrens is beasts. And that's what you get to really understand that, yeah, this is really bugs. Extremely old Hollywood handbook reference right there, but enjoy it if you knew it. All right. Cool. 17 minutes and now we go to provisioning? Yeah, that's the Rhapsody way. Let's go. It's long, so I will take the 4 shovels. Also take 4 keys. Take 3 stacks of torches. Actually kind of want to overshoot a little bit on that. Probably about to there. Because I want to have the ability to burn scrolls happily. Now, anything else would just be bandages, but I can also just have anything that would be a bandage interactable. I can just have Laws interact with his high bleed resist. Other than that, a little bit of medicinal herbs will help us get some more food. And holy water is actually usable in this area as well. Oh god, we're super overprepared. Thankfully, we're getting rid of that anti-venom as soon as we go in. That's a really small stack of torches. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. You've got the right skills. You've by necessity got the right skills. You've got the right skills. You've got the right skills. All right. Let's go. Whew. Okay.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Sorry about that. It is time to caffeinate. It's early in the morning for me, by which I mean it's 7:35 p.m. for everyone else. Okay, is there a non-backtracking traversal of this map? Well, by necessity, there's not, right? Because there's two limbs, and I'd have to backtrack through one of them to get to the other. So, if I go up there, I can backtrack those two. Nope, that's another backtrack. Okay. Loop around to the bottom. Backtrack those two. No, that's a backtrack down. I mean, it's not a backtrack if I go past there, because I revisit the same room, but I don't backtrack through a hallway. So, it's dig down, go... Wait, it's dig down, loop around that way, go all the way back up to the top, loop back in, then... that way. That's a backtrack of 2 hallways. Versus, what if I go entirely on the outside? So, backtrack. That's a backtrack of one hallway. Cool. Nice dodge, because I did not scout that. Never coming back past this place, so just loot it.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay. See, this is the annoying thing. They're acting over the top. A 5 speed is acting over the top of my 10 speed, my 9 speed, my 10 speed, and my 7 speed. Come on! What is this? Blech. Not happy about that. Cultist Brawler is now dead. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to stun those backlines. Yeah, their blight resist is 40, as I kind of suspected it would be. Ours is 120 to hit the blight. Damn it. We even gave Conta the extra accuracy from the Sun Ring as well. So I'm very disappointed to see that didn't take. Rain of Bleed became so much better. It's actually kind of...
This is how a life is taken.
A wee bit ridiculous. That blight's fine per rounds. Yeah, nice rend, buddy. Okay, so like a singular self ability there is fine. Backliner is not dead to their bleed. Midliner is not either. This would be the time for like a Hound's Harry or something like that. Because we just need a little bit of damage on a couple of targets. Yeah, I can still stun you despite your extra stun resist. That's why a stun trinket that gives that much, 35% stun skill chance, is really dangerous. Okay, everyone there is dead. They just don't know it yet, so it's time for me to start stress healing and recovering. I told you we'd be able to get to points like this. The fact that it's a super high DOT party means that a lot of the time we can set up deaths way in advance and take a bunch of rounds doing self-recovery. Because what we don't need to do is what we would previously do, which is the last one out, close the door. Hang on, I need to check something here. No, stop looking at that skill. Can you use Absolation in the front line? You can. Beautiful, so we'll swap you. One more heal. Oh, there's the Absolution. Ah. Damn. Extra food. We'll eat one of them, throw the other away. I do need portraits, and they're more rare than crests. That said, I need more crests than I need portraits. So. Throw away a single... No, I can throw away anti-venom, and yeah, I can throw away some.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, there's a lot going on this map. We've got 4 nearby battles, including the 2 room battles. So 6, actually. That obstacle, I guess I'm avoiding. It's fine. Okay, we should just loot this and then leave. Yeah, figures. Okay, 30% damage buff should go on counter. That's a 30% damage buff until we camp. And on top of that, he gets plus 20% extra damage when fighting beasts.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Nice. Got him.
Executed with impunity.
Man. If the Weber had actually taken a turn before me there, it would have been optimal.
Blossoms.
Oh, well. Because I would have been able to blight it, take a round of recovery, and then it would have died. Damn it, no surprise. All right. Stop missing. Okay, I need to figure out actually what the chance is there that... So you've got 13 on your dodge. We've got 95. So 95... Wow. Hound's Rush is super inaccurate. It's in its second level and its accuracy base is 90. Whoa. I didn't know it was that bad. Like, I knew it was pretty bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. Has it been changed? Actually be pretty surprised to hear if it wasn't. Yeah, nice. 10% resist, by the way. Just in case you're wondering, 10% is the chance. Thank you for critting, and yeah, beautiful. Both backliners dead. Start working on the Carrion Eater. Nice. Straight through protection of the Swine Chopper. We're probably... This is probably like the last stun we do with Genel. Probably just recovery actions from here on out. So I want to hit like a small bleed or a small blight on the chopper. Basically gift them one free action. Never mind, I'll just kill them. They're super slow. I'm just hoping to act over the top of them with literally all of my characters. Come on. Yep, works out in the end.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Drop the citrine for gold. Got to start actually reorganizing my inventory so that I can keep all of my loot in the correct positions. Alright. Alright. Definitely not taking the debuff charm or the move amulet. It's not happening. Contents of mine. 500, definitely not taking the jade either, for the same reason I didn't take the citrine, just too low value. Yeah, your disarm chance is 95. Now, this should allow me to actually power level like a bunch of these people out of the apprentice tier and into the veteran tier. That's the goal, effectively. Specifically for Genon, who's not going to go all the way because they started at level 0, but specifically for Genon and Hess. Ah, yeah, I stunned incorrectly there. Whoops. My bad. Alright. As soon as we get a free space in our inventory, we're going to swap the accuracy trinket that Laws has with the one that Conted has. Because Laws is a level higher, so their accuracy is already higher as well. Didn't want to kill it. I overkill way too easily is the problem right now. Oh well.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I'm probably going to get another usage of the medicinal herb, so I don't want to throw that away yet. I do want deeds as well. Ugh. It's really difficult. I usually hold on to the dog treats for way too long, so I'm actually just going to get rid of them super early here. Okay. 200 gold, though. So I'd swap the focus ring because Laws has 105 on punish, which is already 15 more than the Hound's Rush right now. Okay. I think I should free up an inventory space for the gold. I screwed that up. Alright. Free up an inventory space for the gold so that I can swap the sun ring and focus ring to fix some of our accuracy problems. And we'll take the gold. Okay. Looks not bad. Oh, there's a lot of battles here. We don't need to take them. You don't get experience, like, directly correlative to the amount of battles you take. It's just for the fact that you get out of the dungeon alive. Okay. Super low value. It looks like we're probably not going to get out of here with many pieces of gold or chests. Or what am I looking for? Money. There we go. Gems. That's what we're not going to get out of here with. Hey, we surprised them. Okay, these are really good. Quite a big opportunity to just, like, destroy the backline here. It's specifically going to have to involve... There we go, the double stun on the back line. So 4 for 2 rounds, so you've taken 8 damage. 8 damage, cool. So my best is to try and do that kill. Then I'm effectively just hoping that I speed over the top of the Cultist Acolyte and Wench next round. Specifically with Laws. Yeah. Because that'll guarantee the kills. Ugh, that's a 10% resist. Every single time one of these beasts resists, it's a 10% chance for them to have done so. And some Absolution seems absolutely applicable here. Ooh, I do want to start a stack of emeralds, though.
Clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, it's too early to tell, but I haven't seen a single pile of bones yet. And you know what? I don't think I will. I'm going to use 3 holy water here. And then start a stack of emeralds. Don't need busts. I mean, the only thing I really want the bust for at the moment is to build the Sanguine Vinters. So we'll be doing basically the exact same thing that we did last time. It's like having 2 Plague Doctors in the party, right? Because the Rain of Blood, or Rain of Sorrows rather, is very similar to just the Plague Grenades on the back line. It's working exactly as it did last time. Thankfully, we didn't crit the frontliner as well, or kill them with the bleed, because then we would move the back 2 liners in such a way that Rain of Sorrows would be significantly less effective. Definitely time to blight. Yeah, I was worried that they were going to act next. Ugh. Anyway, that target's dead now. So we can start focusing entirely on the Swine Shopper. And now we've killed the Swine Shopper. Alright. Come on. Everyone act faster than him. I'm going to try and do a restoration here. Effectively, all I need for this to be a good idea is, there we go, for Pass to be one of the next actors.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So that great power is a plus damage, plus accuracy, plus crit buff. It's plus 15% to damage. The other 30% is from the purification of the casket that we found before. Plus 10 accuracy and plus 5% crit. That's really, really good because that character has been very lacking in accuracy and very lacking in crit. Not lacking in damage, but very lacking in terms of all of the other. Oh, the restoration actually does persist between battles. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm going to ignore the Bone Rabble because, like, really? Like, it means nothing. It's so weak. Nice, 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 nice. The necessary recovery is so small. Get Laws to take the kill. Possible.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
For the possible fact that Laws could have picked up 3 stress reduction for having done so. I do want more crests. Not more than anything I'm currently holding. Books. Books are for nerds. Of which I am one, but I'm not in the current party, so... Nah. That's why it's fine not to take him. Oh, 1 dead. The thump, 2 dead. Plague grenade. Ooh. No, never mind. There's no way to leave it alive as well as use the plague grenade though. Nice.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We literally just talked before we came into the dungeon about the fact that I am specifically in dire need of deeds. To pass them up now, I feel would be short-sighted. How many more portraits do I need? 30. Ugh. I have a bank. No. No, this is still necessary. Ugh. Oh, that hurt. That really hurt. I need you to know that that hurt me on a spiritual level that I don't have. Oh, good lord. All right, so we'll poke our head out looking this way. Uh-huh. And then again upwards. Oh my god. Yeah, no. You can get a good result over that, but you can also get a disease, if I recall correctly. Because I don't have any medicinal herbs to purify it. Alright, I'm just straight up not turning the light back on for like a real long time now. Complete 100% of room battle. Oh, I sold the ancestor bottle, so I am capable of doing this. I have ridiculous damage on counter as well. We have so much DOT. Yeah, we're doing this. We are totally doing this one. I don't even have to feel bad about this. We're gonna rock it. And I've got 2 rests afterwards.
Of the stars.
Stun him. Damn it. If we had have managed to hit that stun, that would have been huge. Cool. I also specifically organized that so that I would have the capability to completely rectify my party positioning now. I know! Fun, right?
Impressive.
Not bad. Sycophant's still alive, which is annoying, but not bad. Okay. Sycophant's now dead next time it tries to take an action. Oh, man. I'll kill that one as well. Or rather, the time it tries to take an action after this. Having them set to lethal the turn after is really, really powerful. This is when I would now be using my dog treats, but I don't have them. Undulating withdrawal. Stop critting my party, please. Like, it's actually really rude. Also, almost every single DOT effect that they've used has worked, so I'm actually going to have to use my battlefield medicine here. Like, almost about to transform. Almost. That removed a ridiculous amount of over-the-time DOT effects. Over-the-time DOT effects. Over-the-time damage over time effects? What do you mean you don't know about over-the-time damage over time effects? You resisted? It's a 20% chance for that resist. That's more understandable. I hate that I got the crit when I wasn't targeting the Shambler as well, by the way. Maddening. I shouldn't have targeted there. Frankly, that's my fault. That one's a big my bad right there. Stop resist. You resisted the blight as well. Oh, that must have been a 10% resist though. Stop critting everyone except for the Shambler. Damn it. This is the problem with not having a dedicated party healer. Like, I need them to hit laws. Please hit laws.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
All right, that sycophant is now dead. Unfortunately, it hadn't acted yet. Now that sycophant is dead. Also, beautiful. Nice! Party-wide dodge was huge. If we can hit this stun. Damn it. Oh, what? That was another 10% resist, by the way. I was trying to effectively just race this fight down there, but that's not going to work now. If they hadn't resisted all of my DOTs, we would have killed them by now. No bleeds, no bleeds. We got bled twice.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss. Death
Nice.
cannot be escaped.
Crit on the self-heal as well.
But it can be postponed.
You can make laws mad. Go for it. He only becomes rapturous. Laws is now more powerful, by the way.
The abyss is made manifest.
Need to remove those DOTs. Okay, now the Shambler is dead. Good. We've got 2 rests after this. We can rest twice in a row. Test me. Yeah, that's why I removed the DOT, by the way. Just in case that happened. Masochistic. Yikes. Don't double target them. Thank you.
Find it in no
Oh, that's on death's door as well. Well, tested as abusive. All right.
One can sometimes find clarity in madness, but only rarely.
If Exsanguinate connects, it kills the character. Yeah. So that one's now dead. Then I can stun this one. Beautiful. That's all I needed. Oh my god, we also do need some damage to actually connect to it otherwise. Woo, boy. Hey, thank you for taking your own action there. And critting. Nice.
trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
So the reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because I keep selling and then getting the Ancestors bottle back, and every time I do that, it's worth 7.5k. That's like, that's more than 3 stacks of gold. That's like 4 stacks of gold, right? 4,000, just under, right? No, it's 500 more than 4 stacks of gold. 4 full stacks of gold. Insane. Alright. I'm now going to throw some torches for that. I'll pump all of them as well.
Right. The promise of safety.
Because we're going in here. Okay. So now it's time to camp a ridiculous amount.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
One of you is a stress eater. Screw you. So that's our nighttime ambush prevention, almost certainly. I don't want you to psych up. Wow, we have very little stress removal. Oh well. I hate you. Refuse to use the ability because they're too stressed out to do it. Okay. And then I'll just roll like wound care on you. Which didn't work because it got resisted. Nice. And then everyone adds their own stress because they camp together.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Let's do that again. Hopefully this time with more success. Hey, there we go. Nope. Couldn't hit the wound care though. That's fair enough. Sure. Plus your disease resist. Alright. Nice. So we have one more room battle definitely up here. Whole party's stressed out, but we just got a lot of money. And we killed another Shambler, which is always nice. Just a wee bit of fun. Did you just hit one of my teammates? Okay, that's wild.
The ground quakes.
Never do that again. I'm almost certainly going to be rolling stress reduction every single turn from now on with the Houndmaster. The Houndmaster doesn't have any of their damage buffs anymore. So. They're a lot less useful for that. We've got Laws out here beating everyone up by themselves. Okay, and we can eke out a bunch of turns of stress recovery with this party. It's so simple to do. Sure, mark yourself. They can't hit the back line. Ah, great. It failed on literally every target there, though. That's annoying. I'm going to choose specifically not to kill you. I'm giving you another round to hit, by the way. Because you're dead the round after. Yeah, and unless you do like a ridiculous high roll crit, I really don't care. Okay, and then body stress heal. Do it. Stop healing, the only person that doesn't need it. Nice. We'll swap your positioning. Basically, anyone that's faster than the Cultist Brawler is going to be able to do that stuff here. Stop hitting one another. You're going to have to heal them now. Damn it. We also just freed up a bunch of space in our inventory.
Push on to the task's end.
So who's the stress eater? Oh, it is you, Conta. I think it would be. Okay. And then I'll stun both of the back lines with Plague Doctor. Yeah, get the ability to do so. Nice. They're all dead now. Extremely good, clean fun. Well, I guess except for the frontliner. They still need a plague grenade. Or I'll just actually straight up kill them. Because I can't rely on the Plague Doctor. Foolish thing to do. I also want to get the Hellmaster's HP under control. The stress is just so much more important. Oh, good stress heal.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
So we've already scouted everything all the way up until that room battle, so I can turn the light out and loot a bunch.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Okie, that curio and that curio. Probably not the fight. If I had less stress across the party, I'd consider it.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. Yeah, that's hunger. I can only get one more hunger before I'm in a bad position. That Ancestor's bottle really gonna help up my finances.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Okay, in we go. Time for a clash. Hey, did surprise him. Okay, we've got it. Goodness here. Can I stun both of them? Quite likely. Nope. Now that hits it. Come on! What? Wait, what is my stun chance? Okay, I hate that you did that. It's 90 because it's the base. So 125, right? 125 versus 50. Yeah, so there was a 25% chance for a failure there. Well, at least we've got two Carrion Eaters that will only ever get one action.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Nice, nice. Should probably add that on top so that I get no more stress over the top of my party. Seems a good idea. Guess we're just not getting any stress heal in this fight. Well, actually, it depends on whether or not this actually managed to connect. It was extremely unlikely. They do have 100% to their Blight Resist. So that one, I'm not sad that that failed. That makes sense. It failed.
This expedition at least promises success.
I do want to loot this in low light, but at the same rate, I really don't want to backtrack
Handsome
anymore.
reward for a task well performed.
So I can eat 2 food because our next hunger proc is going to be for 5. And I can definitely throw 4 torches now. I definitely took way too many torches to this dungeon. I think it's because I keep forgetting that Warren's is always interconnected, and it's always like 3 to a hallway, whereas other things have longer hallways and are less connected and have more backtracking, so you need, more torches. Whereas here you can get away with fewer. Well, there's our final possible hunger occurrence, hopefully. Frees up some inventory space for us, at least. Don't you I thought that was about to be a hunger, and I was like, it's the same hallway. I just had one. Lame. Oh, you gonna do it for me? No. Still gonna have to bleed him myself, eh? I'm actually gonna be throwing a plague grenade at the back line now.
A decisive pummeling.
Ooh. Hook him where it hurts. Excellent. I'm hoping that Laws acts really quickly next round. I really want the stress reduction, so I basically need to roll it every time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's useful, but it's not what I wanted. Oh man, I wanted the Plague Doctor to go next so that I could kill the Swine Wretch with it. Oh well. Yes, yes. We're actually gaining more stress now. Like at a ridiculously fast rate. It's the fact that we have one abusive and one masochistic character. So they're just stressing everyone out. The rapturous character didn't really matter. It's fine. It is what it is. Stop! Stop spreading stress across the party, damn it. Crit more. Stress reduction. Barely hits anyone. Nice. We're definitely going to have to lock a couple of these people away when we get back to camp. But it's only going to cost like 3,000. And the fact that they managed to get through not only a Shambler, but this whole dungeon, that speaks well to them, I believe. Okay. 2 food's not going to be enough to feed us. Alright. Salvage that unburnt torch, sure. Don't hunger. No hunger, beautiful. Now I'm going to turn the light out. I'll loot this.
The darkness holds dominion.
And then I'll turn the light back on before we go into this room. Is there anything I want to do here in terms of substitutions? No. Let's go into the fight. That's a possibility to remove a negative quirk. The worst case scenario is it stresses you out, though. It's like 50 stress, I think. That's not that bad. We could roll that with one of our afflicted characters, because they'll just go back down to 100 as soon as the mission ends. Good, I got my stunning character, and they didn't get their action taken over. Yeah, stop. No crits, please.
About to break.
We're gonna be totally fine here. It looks bad, I know, but it's not. It really isn't. We're fine. It's just like I'm Arnie at the end of Terminator 2, just sinking into the lava, but with the single extended thumbs up. Everything's good. It's totally fine. I'm not lying. I'm not, though. It's actually totally fine. Damn. If that hit the stun, this character would be dead. Thank you for not critting. Lars actually could have had a heart attack there, and if you crit and bled at the same time, that could have actually been... well, that could have been a problem. This guy is now dead, though. 1 HP, 1 bleed. So now I just take recovery actions until we leave. Nice. Okay, and Conte, you have Stress Eater. Pace, you don't have anything, so it's a negative quirk removal. I would usually do it on Laws, but Laws is... like, Laws would have a heart attack. Ah, but Laws having a heart attack isn't going to kill them, right? Yeah, no, we just put them on 0. Yeah, that's fine. Hey! And you removed for negative phobia. Excellent. All right, let's get out of here. Surprisingly good dungeon.
Fade. Their confidence is shaken.
So again, you got to remember that collected treasure is actually 7.5k more than that just said. But on top of that, treasure and heirlooms were kind of what we were going for, but what we were really going for in that dungeon was experience on all of our characters. So let's have a look at the experience screen. Yeah, we get to level 1, level 2, level 2, level 2. Oh, you didn't actually manage to pass out of level 2. That's really unfortunate. You become a weapon tinker. Last gasp. Okay, neither of those really matter to me. Fear of Mankind does need to get locked out before I can take Payas out again, though. That's most areas.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
So we'll unequip all, resort, and then sell the Ancestor's Bottle again so that I can go and get it again. Laws, time to flagellate. Yes. Let's actually check. Does anyone have any particular inclinations? No. Pace, you can do that. And then Ganon, you can get locked away to Cloister, right? You only play? You will not pray. Okay, so that's the only place I can get you to go then. Cloister. Nice. Now, Berlin, you do still have the Red Plague. Okay, so I haven't removed that yet. Let's immediately lock that out. Alright, Budget and Bouchard now ready to take out again. Broad, Briqueville, Viviers, and Bobin are all extraordinarily low level, unfortunately. They're very unlikely to end up leaving that level territory at this rate. Stagecoach has a Apprentice Shield Breaker. Ooh, a Natural Shield Breaker as well. Not bad, not bad. Fairweather Fighter, Egomaniac, no. Plutomania, Bad Healer, no. No. Alright, none of those are excellent. Some of them are okay. None of them are excellent, though. For the Nomad Wagon, yeah, no trinkets I want. We did bring home a ridiculous amount of portraits from that, right? There were 4 for the mission, and then I think over the course of the mission, I thought we also collected like 7. So the guild is 33. Like, we need so few portraits now. Like, sure, we also need training regimen, but training regimen's like, it's secondary in terms of priority here. Now, this episode is already way too long. So at this rate, I should probably say something along the lines of, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.